Today on the show, we rank our favorite Christmas movies and name the most overrated Christmas movie of all time. I think we know what that one is, Josh.
That was just for you. I knew what you were going to say. If you're feeling pessimistic about 2024, stay tuned because I have a prediction about next year that will make you feel much better.
And I didn't believe in aliens until this week.
All this and more on episode 32 of the Blimey podcast.
Josh, I will convince you that they are real.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the Blimey podcast. Every Friday, we try to make the world a little less messy. And messy Christmas, everyone. My name is Josh.
And I'm Jordan. Comment below with your answer to this week's question that I tried so hard on. I want it split 50-50, guys, okay? Would you rather have to sauna in 160 degrees every single day for 1 hour straight, or sit fully immersed with not your head under the water, Josh, but
sure,
fully immersed in 33-degree water every day for 5 minutes?
Whether you are new to the channel, have stuck with us throughout the years, or maybe you've come back recently and remember just how much you love our show, now is a great time to support us at supportblimeycow.com because it helps make this show possible, and we have so many awesome things coming in 2024. The plan is in place. The emails have been written, escribed, as I've learned on Rosetta Stone. Everything for our supporter community. You don't want to miss it. And thank you to Melly for becoming a supporter this week.
Don't forget to check out our Clips channel, everything you love about the podcast without the time commitment. Help us hit 800 subscribers, guys. We need to get 1,000 so we can make a few bucks, okay? YouTube.com/BlimeyCowClips. Thank you.
And thank you so much to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Funny story, a couple of weeks ago, I got an email from NordVPN saying they wanted to sponsor a few videos before the end of the year.
Yeah, and I had literally just signed up for the entire year out of my own pocket. And then we got the email.
Yes.
And I could have gotten, they're nice to us, Josh. I get, you get a free subscription for a year when they sponsor, like we do. But I was like, I already bought.
They emailed me after they saw the sponsorship and they were like, did this really? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, well, we'll send him a code. So you gave it to Sarah?
Yeah.
There you go.
So Sarah,
you guys are all set.
So we're set now. We're safe. We're safe.
What is it that you like so much about NordVPN?
Well, Josh, I was never a part of that community who like changes your location so you can go on Netflix and watch different things because I don't watch too much stuff. But now that I've been learning French,
Rosetta Stone.
Now that I've been doing French, I just go on the French site, whatever, on Netflix using NordVPN. Yeah. And I just watch all sorts of stuff and learn so much, just getting that immersion. And it is so easy to use.
One account with NordVPN protects up to 6 devices, and they have dedicated apps for all the major platforms. It is really, really, I usually use it mostly on desktop, and it really is very simple. And
it's the most simple of all of them. Yeah, it's extremely simple. It's got a great user interface. It truly does. Plus, it's got a built-in data breach scanner and a password manager, which is super nice.
Become safer online with a single click. Don't miss your favorite content, even when traveling. Stay safe from malware and never stop with the fastest VPN on the planet.
Yeah, some VPNs are very slow. It doesn't make any sense.
Go to nordvpn.com/cow to get a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months with a huge discount. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
That's nordvpn.com/cow. Check them out, seriously.
All right,
nice.
Let's get to our top stories.
Josh, what are our Christmas traditions? Like, here's the thing. We spent every Christmas in Florida with our grandparents. To me, that is my Christmas tradition. Now,
we don't do that
people
anymore.
have passed away, and it's very sad. And so, to be honest, Josh, I'm floundering with Christmas because I'm lost.
You're floundering a little bit?
Yeah, now it's got to be about Jesus, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean. Like,
I know what you're saying.
It has been stripped from me.
Right.
And I'm trying to rebuild it.
All the grandparents are gone. You guys normally do Christmas Eve with Sarah's family?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing that I look forward to, here's my Christmas tradition. My brother-in-law, he makes these sausage balls, just a ridiculous amount of these sausage balls. And we only have them once a year, and it's on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
So, and I forgot that because I thought it was Thanksgiving for some reason.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Eddie, did you bring the sausage
Where are
balls?
the
And he was
sausage
like,
balls?
no, that's Christmas Eve, Jordan. I was like, I was looking forward to that, Eddie.
I'm floundering here.
My
I'm
grandparents are dead. I need something. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I mean,
Well, you're building Christmas traditions with your children.
I am. And I'm honestly carrying on the traditions of grandma because I've just bought way too many presents.
things.
Way too many presents.
things.
Like, you look under the Christmas tree and I'm like, this is not, I can't set this precedent. This
Well,
is
you
not
already
good.
did.
Yeah, it's not good. But
Yeah.
it's like the first year that I feel like both
They
of
can
my
comprehend.
oldest, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
Isaac certainly knows what's going on. And Elliot is old enough that he watches Isaac. And so he's a little bit more
Yeah.
mature. I don't know how you say that, but he just.
At that age. Like,
yeah.
He's more socially aware in
Yeah.
situations. I feel like that's just standard.
Yeah.
Like, because you have somebody to help you.
Right.
To understand.
Right.
Because they can talk to them.
Yeah,
in
it's very
child
interesting.
language.
Yeah, it's like I remember Isaac being your age, Elliot, and I don't.
Yeah.
We didn't do half this stuff. But yeah, I took Elliot to the store today to pick out presents for his brothers, and he knew what he wanted to get.
Elliot did?
Yeah, he went and picked it up and just put it in the cart. He said, "This is what I want." I was like, "Great, that is $10. That will work."
That was not expensive. Good pick.
$10, $6. We're done. Let's go home. And then I was gonna take Isaac in a little bit too, but yeah, it's fun. So we're doing 2 days before Christmas with Kelly's family. Then we're gonna do our Christmas on Christmas Eve, and then we're doing Christmas with our family on Christmas. So we're doing 3 days of Christmas.
That's a lot
Of
days.
I know.
Me and Sarah normally do Christmas Eve with her family. Then we do Christmas morning with me and her, and then we go over to mom and dad's.
Yeah.
And I feel like at mom and dad's, even they are floundering a little bit because it's like that was just our lives.
Right.
Was Florida.
Right.
So we all feel lost in some sense.
Well, I think.
And then they took off the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, now you got to stream it.
You got to stream it. Like, give me a break. Where's Frosty? Is he still here with us? I don't know.
I think Mom misses opening presents late at night on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And honestly, like I miss that too. Like that was such a classic tradition.
Yeah. And what's funny is Sarah's family did the exact same thing because everybody else did it on Christmas. So they were the sacrificial lambs. And so, and so were we. Actually, yeah, no, because we would go to Grandma Taylor's the next day.
Yeah.
So then somebody had to give on the Christmas Eve thing. And so we did. Our side of the family did. So now we do Christmas. And Christmas just feels like it's a day.
I know.
Christmas Eve is like Christmas.
It's like
for us.
Yeah. Even after all these years now of Christmas Day being Christmas, in my head still Christmas Eve night, like my brain has this muscle memory of like I got to open some presents.
Yeah.
Where are my Nintendo games?
Exactly.
Where's my N64?
So my favorite Christmas traditions are gone.
Yeah, it's hard when the grandparents are gone.
Well, Josh, one thing that I do is I wear Pop Pop's T-shirt that it's green and it has a big. That's actually a pretty nice picture of Santa Claus, and Pop Pop it had a hat on. It had Pop Pop's name, and so I wear that and give out the presents.
You always give out the presents. That's right.
So
that's fun.
And Pop Pop wore that shirt for like, I don't even know how long. I mean, he wore that at the old house.
Yeah, yeah. We lost Grandma like 20 years ago. That's still sad, but we've gotten used to that, not having her here for Christmas. And then Grandma Taylor was like 7 years ago now. Wow. 8. Something like that. And then Pop-Pop just passed a few years ago. So no more grandparents.
Yeah.
My kids have grandparents, but
that's true.
They do not have great grandparents. So
that is true. It was the Wright Brothers 120th anniversary on December 17th of their first flight.
Really? Happy birthday to our cousins.
120 years.
Flew around.
We're some of the closest relatives to them. But I don't think, because none of them had children. So it's either they're your uncles or they're your cousins. There's nothing in between.
They're our cousins. 5th cousins, right?
Yeah, that's like that's some of the closest line that you can have. Like our family is in Indiana. Like they live in streets where it's named Wilbur and Orville.
Our grandma on dad's side, before she got married, her last name was Wright.
It was Wright.
Right.
And your grandma was actually alive when Wilbur was still alive.
Oh, really?
I think she was, he was going to die soon after. So he could have, if he was in close contact, he could have known that grandma, that she was, that she had been born.
Got a new cousin? Oh, that's great. All right, bye.
Dies soon after.
Maybe I could fly over and see her before I go.
Dude, imagine they were alive during World War One. Like they helped with this technology, and then they got to see the world just completely. They're just dropping bombs out there. There's no shooting. They're just dropping bombs off the thing. I mean, they are shooting, but there's no like. You're not pushing a button and ejecting bombs. You're just tossing bombs out the.
off the ship, shooting cannons.
Just throwing things.
It's the Navy. It's all we have.
All right, well, let's get to, we kind of did this out of order, Josh, but now we need to do the question of the week.
Here we go. The question of the week. Last week, would you rather never get to celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving ever again? Which one? Jordan, what do you think people said?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume that it was Thanksgiving they would erase, but...
What would you erase?
Christmas.
Really?
I really would. If I had to give, I love Thanksgiving. There's no pressure to get anybody anything, and everyone's just in a great mood and is together and is not expecting anything.
You know,
and it's just great.
There's a brief time right before I had kids where I would have agreed with that. I remember there being this time I was like, I think I actually like Thanksgiving better.
Yeah, maybe once you have kids, it feels different,
then once you have kids, it changes again. But I know what you're saying.
I'm just not a gift buyer. I don't know. Like, some people have that gift of being Kelly.
the gift
is a great gift giver.
She is.
I cannot. Like, for the life of me, I can sit and think and overanalyze it. I'm like, what do they need?
You're freaking out. It
is all of December. I'm like, just
you gave what you gave us those beautiful Yeti bottles with our names on them that one year.
Oh, that was the greatest gift that I will ever give.
I used that thing
everybody does
day.
I know
every day.
Yeah, that was
it's right here.
It is. It says Josh, and I changed the font for everybody to.
You didn't.
I did to that matched their personality.
No, you did. Wait, is this Steel Tongue? Is this our Messy Mondays font?
Oh, maybe that's why I kind of instinctively. I don't know if it is.
It looks like the Messy Mondays font.
It might be. That's why I was drawn to that for you.
All right, let's go see what the party people said. There it is, Jordan.
I didn't get my 50-50.
89% would never celebrate Thanksgiving again. But you know what, Jordan? This means that they would rather eat less.
This isn't surprising. I think I thought it would be swung, like maybe it would be like 20%, 60.
I'm guessing that the 11% are people that like don't celebrate Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
Probably. For religious or non-religious reasons.
It's true, Josh.
It would be sad to give either one of these up. I love Thanksgiving, but no can do. Once you have the kids, it's Christmas all the way, buddy boy.
Yeah. Hopefully my question this week gets a 50-50 response. We know that's what I live and die for. So this week's question is, would you rather have to sauna in 160 degrees every day for 1 hour or sit fully immersed in 33-degree water every day for 5 minutes? So would you rather sauna for an hour that's extremely hot. Like, normally it goes to like 175. So I said 160.
Is a sauna the hot box you sit in at the gym?
Yeah, sure. But we're talking about cranking that sucker up.
Okay, what is it normally at?
Normally it's between 150 and 175. If you do infrared, it's like 120 to 130. But if you do the traditional, like when we were kids and we would go into the sauna, with Dad when he would go in there, that was like, I could get up to 175 degrees.
Okay, and how long do people normally sit in those things?
I don't know. I'm saying an hour because
that seems like a lot.
No, it isn't, because it is a long time. That's the point. But 5 minutes fully immersed is a long time.
I recognize that 5 minutes in the cold, that's a long time.
Oh, I'm talking, if you do this every day, that might take a toll on your body. Doing
the hot?
Yeah,
I think so too.
But the cold wouldn't take a toll on your body.
Right, it's supposed to be good for you, right?
Yeah, but saunas are good for you too, but is it overdoing it? That's the question.
And is it overdoing it to to do
5
minutes every day in the cold.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a great question.
Thank you for the explainer, and we will find out in the comments below and in the poll that we make on the page. I think that people are going to say sauna because they've not tried it, but everybody has sat in cold water before and knows how miserable for 5 minutes. So like, I could deal with heat for an hour.
See, the thing is, it's exactly reversed. When you get in the cold, it's devastating, but then it gets easier, quicker. In the heat, it's like, oh, this is easy, and then you're like a frog in boiling water, and then it's like you're 30 minutes in. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to be in here for 30 more minutes. How could
I could die?
How can I do it? You're thinking about that you're gonna die. So you know what? We'll let everybody decide. Hopefully, it gets 50-50. That's my goal every time. So
all right,
hopefully I succeed.
All right, comment below. Let us know. Let's do Christian meme review. Jordan, I came across this video this week. I'm not sure if this is legit or not, but just watch this. This is kind of funny.
What in the world?
They're doing like full-on Christmas production. Look at this. They got like, I don't know. It almost looks satanic.
Yeah, it does.
What in the world? Oh, they got real camels. Zebras.
How long does this go on for? I thought it had repeated, but it's just the same video. Dude, this is nuts. You know how much that costs?
Yeah. Perhaps there were better ways to use all that tithe money.
Well, you know, I'll say this. I always remember one time Glenn Beck. Somebody. This is when I realized that the super rich are kind of outside of the reality of what normal people think.
Yeah.
And he put a question on like his radio show or something. He was like, how many people? He was just shocked because he had read a stat that people thought that pastors who ran megachurches shouldn't live in these huge houses.
Yeah.
And he could not wrap his brain around why you would think that they shouldn't have a huge house.
Okay.
It was strange. It was like
he's like, but I have a huge house.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm a pastor.
I'm not saying that it's bad. That like I've been to mega churches with these things, and it's cool, but it's like I don't look around and see people like converting.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow, that was a cool show. Let's go home.
I'm so glad to go to a church. That's a Broadway musical. All right, let's go home now.
Let's go home, kids.
After Santa changed his diet and started using essential oils. The church doing a new song versus how great is our God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Those were very funny, Jordan.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, let's answer our message.
Hi, 2Js. My parents got into a really bad fight a few months back and finally decided to split ways. I am heartbroken and my mental state is quite messed right now because my mother's wants me to lie and say that my father was abusive at home and his constant cussing created a bad impression on me and my sibling. However, I love my dad too much and I cannot speak bad about him. And at the same time, I also want to be loyal to my mother. How can I manage this situation? Why does she want this person to lie about that? Like to
Custody, man.
Oh.
All the crap that goes along with the divorce. You got to make a case in court and do all this stuff. When you have kids, it's just a whole mess. And then you're pitting the kid against their parents. Like both, it's just terrible. I can't even, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't lie.
No.
To suffice or quench your mother's thirst.
That's how you say
thirst for blood.
This just made me sad. It's just, I thought it was a good encapsulation of what it must be like for a kid whose parents are getting divorced. And one parent is saying, well, you remember when he was cussing, right?
Yeah.
He was abusing. And then the kid's like, what? It was? What? Now you want me to hate dad the way you do? I don't hate dad.
Sure, the man wasn't perfect, but
He's still your
Neither
dad.
are you. He's still my
Right.
dad.
At least he's not trying to manipulate me.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is. Who knows? But clearly the mom is. I don't know. It just makes me sad.
How can I manage this situation?
Yeah. It's not because it's not on her to manage the situation.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be up to her. Like she shouldn't have to be the moderator here.
Yeah, but that's
the arbitrator.
That's the position that this person is in. So I don't know. I mean, just stick to telling the truth pretty much, and whatever cost that is, that's what it is, I guess. But that's the best way to go about life.
Honestly, I would just say to your mom, be like, look, Mom, you guys are doing something really stupid that's gonna screw up my brain for the rest of my life, regardless of how well you all handle this. So just be aware of that and don't try to make me do anything. Just let me be a kid. If I've got to come see you and go see him, okay, fine, I'll do that. But like, just know that you screwed me up. Nothing else you do is gonna fix it.
Well, Josh, we don't want to leave them with a feeling of that they're completely screwed here, Josh. Okay.
No,
there is hope for you. Okay, but your mother clearly isn't the person who's going to help you along. It might be your dad because he seems more.
Okay. Thank you for saying that. You're right. What I'm saying is, I think that it is beneficial for a kid to understand. Hey, look, if I am feeling hopeless or stressed or whatever, it's not my fault. I didn't cause this. When I get older, I'll be able to hopefully understand that, and I'll be a stronger person because of that. I'm able to understand these things now.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it's going to be complicated and confusing, and your parents wanting to like pit you against each one. It's just, it makes me so mad. It really does. Parents who do this stuff to their kid, I just can't even believe it.
It's a common tale, unfortunately. Extremely common. I think that's the crazy part about it, really.
Maybe this girl should check out some crazy clips.
That might help momentarily. Let's get to crazy clips. Crazy Clips is the greatest Twitter X account on all of on anything. I don't care what social media you're on. It's the greatest thing. Every clip is truly crazy. It never clickbaits you. It is always the craziest clip, Josh. Let's just get into it. This is just an unfortunate day. All right, so she hurt her face. Now she's gonna try again. Oh. Okay, maybe. God, there's no way she's gonna do it again. Oh.
This is fake.
No, it's not. She finally finds the opening. You cannot fake that. That is commitment to hitting that. No, there's no way. You.
By the third one, certainly she would like.
Dude, she's knocked out. She's got no senses left.
No. She would reach out with her hand.
Dude, but she's.
The first one looks real. That one I might buy. This one right here. No chance. Look, she's leading with her shoulder. I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I
don't know how. All right, well, let's go to the next one. See if you buy this one. Man finds snowboarder buried and saved his life. Have you seen this before? He fell and landed straight down.
Is he in the snow?
Yeah, he's stuck. He's face first, like 5.5 feet down, and he just like completely just.
How is he breathing?
I don't know. Yeah, he just happened to see the bottom of his snowboard.
Way, dude, he's got to be thinking I'm about to find a corpse.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. You're good. I got you. You okay? Can you breathe?
He didn't know if he's alive.
Oh, he's moving.
How
though.
did he possibly breathe?
That is crazy. Look at him. He's just down there. That was going to be his grave, man. He owes what is called a life debt.
It's so trippy. But once you realize what's going on.
She's not moving?
No, she is moving. But it's just snow blowing across, looking like it's waves.
Oh, that's so cool.
That was pretty nuts.
Man, I love this.
Crazy clips.
My favorite thing we do right now. No. No. No.
I don't know why they slowed it down so much.
It's like a Zack Snyder movie. Dude, what? He grazed his butt with the top of his head.
Amazing.
Wow.
That could have been sped up a little bit. Why was it so slow?
I appreciate every frame.
You could.
Every frame of painting.
You gotta tighten your seatbelt. Huh?
Who, him?
Who? Way too loose, man. You can slip out. You gotta
Right
tighten-
operator
pull
pulls
up.
a seatbelt crank.
Oh my God.
No, pull it from the bottom.
Bro,
It's like a car seatbelt. Like you just pull it, it'll this?
wait, is mine too loose?
Actually, both of them. Hey, I got both seatbelts completely loose.
That's not good. He gets sued real quick. I can't believe he did that.
I mean, is this like a fair? So it's like, it's the Wild West out there.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Just a classic buzzer beater here.
No! I gotta
That
see.
is
I gotta see
great.
that again.
Why would he try and dunk it and not just lay it up?
Do you? If that happened, would you even really felt like you lost the game?
Yeah,
I guess it counts as a loss. But it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, what? Look, we're never gonna lose a game like that ever again. Okay, so we should be happy.
Yeah, we played a good game. Crazy Clips, Josh. Great segment.
Thank you
I love
so
Crazy
much.
Clips. Thank you, Crazy Clips.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Now, Josh, I don't believe in aliens. Okay, I just don't.
Okay.
I don't think that they are real. And I've got my reasons. Okay? People are like, well, there's the equation where, and it seems logical. There's so many planets in the world, in the universe, that surely there are other ones that are, the Earth is in the habitable zone, blah, 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 and all that stuff, which personally I don't believe. I think that the Earth is so special. And if you really look at the amount of things that have to go right, it's impossible that we exist. That's how crazy it is. But if you just strictly look at the numbers of like, this how many planets, this is the chances, like, okay, well, I don't know. That's why I don't believe in aliens. For my personal reasons, Josh. My personal beliefs too, Josh, are muddying the waters for me.
Okay.
So, something that intrigues me though is the thought that what if aliens, the things that have contacted us,
Yeah.
are actually demons?
No.
What if it's the spiritual realm? They're coming through their inner
The black holes.
the black holes. No, they're coming through these. Who knows?
I mean that. Look, whatever. But that when I think about black holes, look, we've been watching videos about black holes because Isaac's really into space right now, and they talk about, if you watch somebody enter a black hole, you would literally just watch them slow down and then disappear. But from their perspective, as they're being torn apart, time has sped up for them. Somehow that's an entrance
To something.
to something. Like to me, when I think about like the idea of like a spiritual realm or something like that, if there is like physical access to those kinds of things, I think it would be through
a black hole.
some kind of portal or something. Because whatever it is has to exist outside of space and time. And what does a black hole do? It exists outside of our regular time.
Who knows, man?
Okay.
Who knows?
So go on.
So I'm wondering, look, what it, and I was watching Tucker Carlson on X, and he said something that was interesting to me, because anytime I hear the alien thing, I'm like, okay, it's a psyop. They're trying to do something.
Yeah.
Or they're going to put us in masks again. They're going to put us in our house. They're going to tell us we need to spy on everybody because we got aliens. You guys need to stay safe and stay in your houses.
Okay.
I don't know. But I don't trust when the government says these things, because like I can see how it benefits them a lot if aliens do exist. People are going to be scared.
It would be COVID times 1,000.
Oh, yeah, I know.
If all of a sudden
Right.
there was proof of aliens.
Right. And so I was interested because Tucker Carlson, somebody interviewed him and was like, off the cuff, just said, hey, what are 2 things that you're scared to talk about that genuinely freak you out, and you're scared to relay information that you might have because it might scare people a lot? And one of the things was his belief in aliens. And he didn't say that he really thought they were aliens. He was like, there's some spiritual nature of this that is so, when I talk to people who know whatever that means, who know this stuff, it seems kind of hokey, but when I talk to people who know things about this stuff, they say some stuff that is very, very dark, so dark that like I don't even tell my wife about it. And he's starting to be convinced that it's, he didn't want to say that he thinks that they're actually demons, Josh, because he would look insane. But I could read between the lines, Steve. And I was like, he believes what I think. He believes that these are actually like, this is like hell, and they're coming and they're talking to, I'm putting words in his mouth, but I do that all the time. They're coming and talking to like the world leaders, the governments, and they've made some kind of deal. They've done something, and if you look at these, like the Super Bowl and all these things, it's constantly like just these satanic rituals that they're doing on stage and imagery and stuff. Like,
why are they always pushing this stuff?
I don't know. All I'm saying is, I don't believe in aliens, but if somebody were to come to me and make the argument, hey, what if the aliens actually are demons in some sense that have come and, because the Bible says that Satan walks around the world, like what if it's literal, who knows? Satan came and talked to Jesus when Jesus was fasting and he was tempting him. Maybe that wasn't just in Jesus's mind of like, oh, I'm being tempted. Maybe Satan was legitimately there. So if that's true, why wouldn't it still be true? I don't believe in aliens, but I for some reason want to believe that if they do come out, Josh, and say, hey, we do have these corpses of these aliens, I'm like, those things are demons. There's some kind of weird spiritual something with these things that are coming and talking to the leaders of the world. And it's like, I don't know, man. That's my conspiracy theory, and I'm holding to it.
I don't think that spiritual realm stuff exists on a physical level. Like,
but what if it did? I think that's what I'm saying. What if the thing that Tucker Carlson didn't want to say was, I believe that this is him saying this. He didn't really say it, but I'm reading between the lines.
If he was talking like it, he would be saying it like
exactly.
Like that.
Yeah. What if the thing that would like change everyone's perception was like the spiritual realm is like it's physical. Like there's actual physical things that are here doing things. Like we think, oh, it's just this perception and like it's just these.
It's just a Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, that's all it is. And it's like it's thoughts and it's kind of deviations. It's oh, I'm encouraging you to do something like, and then you're like, oh, I have this feeling, this will to like harm people, which is true, but. What if it even gets crazier where it's like, no, there's actual physical beings that come and talk to some people and say some bad things and make the world do some weird things.
And they come for the rich and the governments.
And they compromise them. And they give them lots of things.
There's no reason to compromise the poors like us.
No. What's the point?
We have no power.
What's the point?
They have to go after the idea people. The influencers.
So that I think that's my conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is, what if the spiritual realm is actually extremely physical, so physical that we're a part of it and we don't even realize it? Like, the universe, all this stuff. Yeah. We're such idiots. What if we're like, oh, it's not physical. What if like it is? What if everything is physical and it's so crazy to think that we think that it's just like this idea of things.
It's like reading a history book and being like, how did they not know this back then? Think about how much that would have changed things for them had they just realized this one thing way back then.
Yeah.
Could be
exactly.
It could be us. Maybe aliens are real, but they're actually demons.
So if somebody was going to come and make an argument to me that aliens were real, you would have to pitch it as that they were demons. And then why haven't they found angels? Maybe they have. Maybe it's a constant battle, Josh. I don't know. Look, I don't know. But my Christian bias will come in and I will want to believe you if you say it's a demon. So,
All right.
that's my conspiracy. Let's get to the weekly prophecy, Josh. Do you have a weekly? Oh yeah, Josh, you're gonna make me so happy. I took out the what is the section where we're happy?
You took out It Gave Me Hope?
I took out It Gave Me Hope.
I just noticed it wasn't here, and I was like, did I do that?
No, I took it out because I thought that your weekly prophecy would give me hope.
It was going to be in It Gave Me Hope, but I said, no. I believe this. It's going to be a prophecy.
All right.
Here we go. I am so pessimistic about next year that it makes me optimistic. So I want to put forth an official prophecy that 2024 is going to be a great year. And it's going to be great because I literally cannot think of a way it could be good.
Oh, you did say this.
Okay.
You didn't elaborate, though.
I don't see a way that they run an election and anybody believes what happened. If either way it goes, I think people are not going to believe it.
Because the election before 2020, they were saying, oh, it was rigged.
Right.
Now the next one, they said it was rigged, and the other side didn't agree. And now this time, it's just what's going to happen.
Doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to make people freak out, okay? It's going to be complete chaos and pandemonium, and I don't see how...
That's a bad thing?
No. It's a terrible thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't see how the temperature will be lowered, okay? But back in, I think it was 2019 or 2020, it was whenever I deleted social media. I've never told this story, but
I haven't heard it.
The real impetus why I decided I can't be on these social platforms anymore, it was whenever Twitter basically shut down the laptop story or whatever. Do you remember when this happened?
Yeah.
That truly scared me. When that happened, I thought
the weenie laptop?
Huh? The weenie.
Anthony Weiner's laptop?
No. It was the
that's right.
Yeah.
The Hunters.
Yeah. Whenever
and they just completely shut that story down.
Yeah. Then it turned out it was all true and everything.
The weenie. I guess this technically was kind of the weenie, but it was a different one.
Anyways.
Sorry.
That's what I thought you were saying. I was why would you say that? Anyways. That truly scared me. I was like, they've gone too far. And I just thought I can't be a part of this. But in my head back then, how could I at that moment where I literally said I'm deleting all social media because this freaked me out so bad. How could I possibly imagine that within 3 years, Elon Musk will have just bought Twitter out from underneath all the people who run it and just completely flipped the thing over? I couldn't have even imagined that. If you said, hey, best case scenario, what could happen to Twitter? I'm like, I mean, it gets destroyed. I don't know. It's just gone one day. That's the best case scenario. But no, I got an even better scenario. I got meme world where Elon Musk runs the thing via Twitter polls now.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. It's so funny.
And it's great because they can't combat it because they're always talking about how important democracy is. And so Musk is like, okay, well, Alex Jones, can he be on Twitter? Democracy.
That's why I think
hilarious.
whenever people are like, he shouldn't run polls for this stuff. I'm like, dude, he's trolling.
Yeah,
it's a troll. It's always a troll. He knows when he puts out a poll, he knows what it's going to say. Anyways, I could not have imagined that was going to happen. To me, that was a dark moment that I couldn't have seen an optimistic view of.
Yeah.
I certainly couldn't have seen how hilarious it was going to be. So I think that at the point where you literally can't see a way out, I think that's when a way out is provided in a way that you cannot comprehend. And that's why we're going to find out that all the aliens are demons. And once everyone knows that, it opens up a whole new can of worms, okay?
That's what he was saying. He was like, look, people realize none of this matters because there we've got bigger fish to fry.
Frisch to fry. I'm frisch to fried. So anyways, that's just I hope you guys take that as hope. I take it as hope.
My weekly prophecy is that Michelle Obama will become president of the United States.
Yeah. I put that in the weekly prophecy playlist, even though it was...
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it exists in the playlist on the Clips channel.
Oh, good.
Because that was a prophecy.
That was.
Taylor Swift will get out the vote for Michelle Obama. Okay, next year.
I'm glad that's
all right?
documented.
There we go. Okay, that was the weekly prophecy. Now let's talk about our favorite Christmas movies. Here we go.
The best Christmas movies of all time, I've got like one.
Oh,
I have two. And then the rest, I give or take. I mean, whatever.
Okay.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Mm-hmm. The original one,
I didn't know
the
there
black
was
and white
until-
one, or the
yeah.
one in color. Okay.
I didn't know there was a color one.
Yeah.
The Grinch.
With Jim Carrey.
I left that open-ended. I couldn't decide. They're both good.
Okay.
You know, and honestly, when I go back and rewatch The Grinch with Jim Carrey, it's a little forced. Now, I'm going to say something controversial, Josh. School of Rock. If you go back and watch that, it still holds up.
Yeah.
But the really funny lines, like verbal abuse, you can tell that he is saying the line. Jim Carrey is a genius at like just making stuff up, and it's hilarious. I think that with School of Rock, he said these things all like off the cuff, and it was funny. And they're like, "Oh, hey, do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again."
I'm
like, where are the first clips of this? It would have been so much better.
I know exactly what you're saying, and I've heard that that's true, that they would run through lines.
Oh, really?
So that they would run scenes over and over again to the point where none of them thought it was funny anymore, and they were just like, we're just, you know, because they're working with a bunch of kids, so
I really noticed that this last time that I watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a tangent. Then Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman.
And you sounded just like him. Josh's talent is he can like voice act like crazy. So give him some jobs or something. Like it seriously is a good talent.
After this episode, I'm probably gonna need to go get a job. We're gonna get shut down.
Oh, we will. Okay, then we've got Jingle All the Way. These are the top two. Jingle All the Way, great movie where they could make jokes about bombs.
That's exactly what I was. Not to give my list away, but yes, that's what I was gonna say too.
It was a whole 10-minute scene about him threatening people with a bomb in a building.
He's like,
It's hilarious.
this picture's got a bomb in it. And then the ultimate the payoff of the joke is that it ends up having a bomb in it. He's like, there was actually a bomb in that thing. People are sick. What a great movie.
Hilarious, man. Okay, and then my final one is It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, so good. We have a lot of movies in common.
I figured. That's our Christmas tradition, Josh.
There we go. It's a Wonderful Life is number 5 on my list. Do you want to share why you like It's a Wonderful Life so much? You're a moon, Mary.
It wasn't popular when it first came out. Did you?
I know. Yeah, I heard about that. It was.
We all saw the same TikTok or something.
Yeah. What was the story that it didn't do super well, but then it was a cheap movie for them to play on TV, so they just played it a lot, and then on TV back in the day, it got popular because of that.
Because so many people watched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a thought, and maybe they're right, that it is a socialist movie with socialist agendas.
Oh no.
You know, but here's the thing, Josh. Like,
why is it socialist?
Because the people of the community came together with this bank, and they just started paying people out together as a community. So people out there are like, it's socialism. It's like you just want something to talk about.
Down.
But that's what I'm saying. Socialism. Socialism isn't great, but if you're talking about like my neighbors, you can talk about a socialist community. It's like, okay, if my neighbor was in trouble, we would all come together and start help. No, we'd all come together and start helping them with money if they needed help. So is that socialism? I don't know, I guess. But like, we're good people. It's just like when the government is in charge of all of that, and then they get their hands in it, then it starts to go bad.
Forced altruism. My 4th is A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, why didn't I put that? Thank you. Yeah, I was like, what are we talking about here?
My 3rd is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
The
original. I like the Grinch movie too, but not enough to put on my list. Number 2, same as you, Jingle All the Way. Back when you could joke about bombs.
I know, man. It's like that.
It's just an all-time hilarious movie. It's an all-time hilarious movie. And then number 1 is A Christmas Story.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Love A Christmas Story. That's a movie that, you bounce in and out of. You see specific scenes. But really, if you watch that movie from beginning to end, it's even funnier than just catching a scene. It's so good. And it really does, it's a lot of little vignettes that kind of go together, but if you watch it all together, there are like little threads that like, oh, it's set up in this scene and then it pays off in this scene. It's so funny.
I'll have to watch.
They don't make movies like that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of person who just has watched the different scenes. I don't know if I've ever watched like from start to finish.
You gotta watch it all the way through. I'm gonna try to make sure I watch it this year because I didn't get to watch it last year.
You know, Josh, my favorite Christmas movie is Arthur's Christmas or whatever it's called.
The hour-long special.
That was one of my Christmas traditions. Before anybody else was awake, I would wake up on the couch at Grandma and Pop-Pop's house on their black leather couch in the front room. I'd be sleeping there alone. And there was a TV there. I'd turn on the TV and Arthur's Christmas was on, and I would watch that every single year.
Wow, that's cool.
And Josh, it was all about Kwanzaa. And
Was it really?
and Hanukkah.
Oh, okay, it's about all the different Christmases.
Yeah, and that's when I realized these are different ethnicities. These creatures, some are black, some are Jewish,
some aardvarks
white.
are Jewish, some aardvarks are black. Yeah.
And that was my first epiphany. I had. It's just looking back.
You're like, I thought all aardvarks were white.
I just thought that they were aardvarks. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know they had a race. I just thought they were like animals.
Oh, I should have brought it for show and tell. But anyways, they have a kids version of the classic board game Ticket to Ride. Modern classic, Ticket to Ride. You've played that with me before, right? Have you played Ticket to Ride?
I don't know if I finished it. I think it was going on too long.
Okay.
It's not Flamme Rouge.
That's
for sure.
Well, nothing is. It's just it's a classic set collection game. You're building up a deck of a handful of different color cards, and then you're laying tracks to get from city to city in America.
Is this more basic for children?
It's more basic for
Josh?
children. Okay. Instead of saying like, Nashville to Miami, it does have the words, but it also Nashville's not on the board, but if it was, it might have a guitar. Okay. Miami has an alligator, so when they're looking at their cards, where am I getting? Oh, I'm getting from, the camera, which is California, to the alligator, which is Florida, and so it's easier for them to wrap their head around. I got it for Isaac, maybe like a year ago, and he was a little too young to play it then, but we played it the other day again, and he loved it. He got it immediately, and we had a blast. So if you have kids or, nieces or nephews, and you want to show them a fun board game and they're maybe a little too young for real Ticket to Ride, maybe they're not reading yet, Ticket to Ride First Journey.
Interesting.
They've got lots of kids versions of games. I guess it's a big money. It's a money grab, but most of them are pretty good, and Ticket to Ride is one of the best ones.
Well,
First
Flamme
Journey.
Rouge is apparently coming out with a new kids BMX game, and it looks pretty good. We watched the video, and I'm excited about it. I want to personally play it. It is a lot more luck-based, Josh, but that's fine.
Yeah, it looked like to decide if you're going to draft up, you roll a dice.
Yes, and you can draft up even 2 or 3 squares.
Yeah.
Which I thought, to help the kids, Josh,
right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think that what it is that kids like to roll dice. So it's like, do I get to go up this time? Oh, not this time.
Well, maybe next time, because I could get the 3.
Right,
So it's
exactly.
like you can't really, you're always in it.
Yeah.
My recommend is not like a specific thing, it's more of an idea. So I'm trying to learn French. I've said this 100,000 times. I'm sick of talking about it. But I got so inspired, Josh, by Sprint Final, which is it's offline now.
Yeah, he took it offline.
He took it offline, which is just devastating to me.
Sprint Final was an online implementation that was somewhat similar to the board game Flamme Rouge.
And so maybe it'll come back. I doubt it will. I've got my doubts, Josh. So
we were some of the only English players on there. Most of our friends on there were French.
Yes, and I made bonds with these people. I found the Discord again, Josh, and I wished them all Merry Christmas. And I thought the Discord was shut down, but it's not.
Oh, good. Okay.
So Akoma is like, dude, thank you so much for reaching out, man. And we talked for a minute. So anyways, I've been interested in learning French because of these guys. And they were so nice. As soon as I got on the Discord and was talking with them about Sprint Final, because I was very good at that game. So they all started to change and talk in English for me.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, I'm trying to learn French now because I really like you guys and I want to understand what your culture and what you guys are saying. I don't want you to have to, constantly be talking like this for me. Because, the broken English, it's nice.
Just stop talking to me with Google Translate. Patronizing.
These guys all know English.
Oh.
They're not Google. I'm the one Google translating.
Oh, okay.
I would talk to them in French, and then when they quickly realized, oh, this dude is actually English, they all switched over because I was saying weird things.
Okay.
Anyways, so I've been trying to actively figure out good ways to learn French, and one thing I haven't done is learned like verb conjugations. I haven't even looked at that. Not one time. Which I think is an interesting take because I'm thinking, okay, how does a child learn? They're not learning verb conjugations.
Right.
They're ingesting an insane amount of material.
Right.
So I've been trying to do the same thing, learning as a child would. So I've been watching with NordVPN, actually. It's nordvpn.com/cow. I have been watching French television, and what I will do is I will go and I will listen to a scene in French, and then I will have the English subtitles, and then I will listen to it in English with the French subtitles, and then I'll listen to it just in French with the French subtitles, and I'll just do that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It really, really helps, but my recommend is not necessarily that, Josh, but is to listen to music from the language that you're trying to learn, and it's really helpful because what I've realized is you need to have some kind of interest in why you're doing what you're doing. So if you're just like we do Rosetta Stone, that is interesting and it's fun, but it's like, okay, I'm looking at a picture, I'm saying what it is, like that in French. That's interesting, but like you need something that's like, okay, I want to understand these people. So what's helped me is to actually listen to the music because it's a person who knows the language so well that they're rhyming, that they're using it in this context that French people would understand. It's not just like ball is red.
Sure.
So I realized, when you're listening to this music, they've got all their little, we've got our weird things in English that make sense to us, but they really use those a lot in their music. And so it helps you not only just getting that repetition, and these songs are really good and they get stuck in your head, but it gives you this intrigue of like, what is this saying? I want to understand what it's saying because I like the song, and so then you look at the lyrics.
If you're memorizing a melody and like the words, even if you don't understand them, then it makes it so that when you do like look up the translation, it makes more sense.
Yeah. And it's really, really helped me. I found several artists that I like, and I'm wanting to know how long can I go without looking at verb conjugations and actually absorb it so I can say things. I'm not at that level yet, obviously, but
does Rosetta Stone eventually like kind of explain that's like verb conjugation? Because right now it's just showing me pictures.
No, it's only
it never gets into that at all.
No. I think their mantra is doing it the way that I'm saying. It does not want you to associate your native language with anything that in this. It's so just showing you a picture like a child sees something happening, and then they say.
I mean, I
associate
can
it.
tell even after just like I just ordered it today. I finally pulled the trigger on it, and even after just using it for a day, I'm like, oh yeah, I can tell why this works better. It's the same way that when I got that Learn Python the Hard Way book.
Yeah,
and it'll say like, okay, now do this, and it doesn't explain how to do it. It's like, oh, I have to figure this out. It's kind of like that. It's that same click in my head that
what
says,
is the picture showing to
right.
give me a
Oh, wait,
clue.
I have to sit here and think about it. Oh.
Whereas Duolingo is strictly, here's the English, here's the French.
Yeah, which is fine. Like it
helps you to learn words, but I can see that really backfiring.
Yeah.
And like there's a better way to learn. So I would suggest if you're to listen to music. It really, if you enjoy the music, it really gives you a starting point to want to understand what the words are that because you're singing the song.
Yeah.
And just try and memorize those songs. Like literally read the lyrics and memorize what they are saying so you can just say it. And
smart.
I wake up now from sleeping and I'm singing these songs when I wake up.
That's awesome. Good. It reminds me of when we would do Spanish class. And we would sing songs in Spanish. I still, to this day, have those. I have no idea what that means. The other one is, anytime I get chocolate, I say, bate, chocolate.
Me too.
I don't know what that means either.
No.
All right. Well, guys, we've reached the most depressing part of your week, and it is when the podcast ends.
Is the next one in January? No, it's
no.
not.
We got one more this year, but it'll be after Christmas. So we'll get to talk about Christmas.
Good.
We can talk about how Christmas went, and then it'll be next year, 2024. We can talk about, hey, how about next week on the podcast? We don't talk about our goals for 2024. We talk about our steps for 2024. Do you like that?
I like it.
All right, because I've been keeping. I've got a bunch that I want to do for next year. So I'll talk about.
You had mentioned something about that in the last podcast.
Yeah, and we'll if you didn't listen to last week, go listen to last week. But if not, we'll talk about it again. Why steps instead of goals? Bye, everybody.
See ya.